The War on Poverty After 40 Years, a Minskyan Assessment by Stephanie Bell and L. Randall Wray. The War on Poverty, Minsky's Contemporary Assessment. Minsky considered the war on poverty a conservative rebuttal to an ancient challenge of the radicals, that capitalism necessarily generates poverty in the midst of plenty. As he saw it, Johnson's version of this conservative rebuttal was fundamentally flawed. Instead of providing the impoverished with an opportunity to work, it provided them with the opportunity to learn how to work. Minsky blamed a great deal of American poverty on unemployment, and since he blamed unemployment on our economic system rather than on the shortcomings of its workers, he rejected supply-side solutions such as workfare, training, education, and so-called incentives to work. But he also rejected the kind of demand stimulus policies that have been called upon to stimulate employment since World War II. In 1975, a decade into the war, he argued, quote, "We have to reverse the thrust of policy of the past 40 years and move towards a system in which labor force attachment is encouraged. But to do that, we must make jobs available. Any policy strategy which does not take job creation as its first and primary objective is but a continuation of the impoverishing strategy of the past decade." End quote. Since the post-war anti-poverty strategy had proven ineffectual, Minsky believed that policymakers should return to the kind of strategy that characterized policymaking prior to World War II, namely, programs to provide public employment. One could see the war on poverty as a victory for the age of Keynes, but a defeat for a real anti-poverty strategy, in the sense that it brought with it a belief in the importance of maintaining aggregate demand in order to promote economic growth, but it neglected the importance of jobs in reducing poverty. There was an alternative Keynesian view to which Kennedy and Johnson could have turned for support of a real anti-poverty program. Minsky's fundamental criticism was that, quote, "A necessary ingredient of any war against poverty is a program of job creation, and it has never been shown that a thorough program of job creation, taking people as they are, will not by itself eliminate a large part of the poverty that exists." End quote.